So, hi everyone, I'm Yayu Javier. I'm a former president of the Philippine Marketing Association back in 2014. I'm still very active in PMA with various activities, but I think very important is that I'm supporting now the president of Asian Marketing Federation, our former president, Ms. Gwen Albarracin, as the Secretary General. And another important task I'm doing now is I help set up the Global Compact Network Philippines, and I am currently the local representative and chairperson. Of course, one more thing, is I'm the president and CEO of Avanza Inc. We are a CRM and loyalty company. Family, of course, aside from your own family, family can also be anyone who is very supportive of you, but most of all, someone or people who actually love you and understand you and will be there no matter what happens. And even if you have failed, even if you don't have any power anymore, they'll still be there supporting you and making sure that you go through life smoothly. So I think that's really what family is all about. But I think the most important thing always is to put God as number one. I think anything and everything you do is important that you follow what's really good in your heart and doing what God wants you to do. And very important is to respect and love your family, because they are the people who will support you and will give you the strength no matter what happens. Respecting other people is the third thing that I would like to make sure that my children would follow, is because if you respect other people, then they will in turn also respect you. Always do what is right no matter what happens, even if you have to go against your friends. I think that's very important. And if your friends take it against you and you do what's right, then they're not really your friends, right? So I think it's important to always keep that in mind no matter what decisions you have to make. And also, you have to make sure that you use your power to help other people. There will come in your life that you will be given power, and the power really comes from God in the first place, and God gave it to you because you are supposed to use it for the good and to help other people. And I think that sort of summarizes what I think should be the best things, or the best commandments, if I may say so, that you should follow in life. Number one is you should always respect your spouse. Make him feel like a king, even if you're actually the ruler of the house. So that's very important. And I think when it comes to marriage, always learn to compromise, because there will always be differences in your marriage no matter what happens. I mean, you can be the best of friends when you were girlfriend and boyfriend, but then when you start having your family, there will be a lot of challenges in your life. So you have to give in and you have to learn to compromise, and really respecting each other is very important. So I think those are the two most important rules when it comes to marriage. Maybe before I talk about my mom, I should talk about my father, because my father was a self-made man. I always say that my father taught us how to live, but when it comes to my mother, she taught us how to love. So I think the most important trait of my mother was really being a very lovable person. And I think that's really the most important thing for you to become a mother. Because of that, she was always family-centric, and that was the most important thing in her life. She didn't work, so everything that she did was really centered on her husband and on her children. Well, I think just like my mom, I want them to remember me just like my mother. So a loving mother, I think, is really important to me. I actually asked my son a while ago what he thought was my best traits, and he laughed when I asked that question. So I wasn't sure whether it was a hard question or an easy question. He said that I was able to balance my life and being a very responsible mom. But I think the most important thing for me is I hope that when the time comes and he will say she was a loving mother, because everything else is secondary.